Well, the holidays become official on Thursday with Thanksgiving. For many, that can be a stressful time, especially given a very trying year plus. Well, joining us now, motivational speaker and the founder of Encourage X, James Brown, to talk about self-care and beating the holiday blues. James, I love this. You are the CEO, the Chief Encouragement Officer. Tell us what Encourage X is all about.
Yeah, it's great to be talking with you, Ray. EncourageX essentially is an online platform that really helps you build happy, healthy, and resilient relationships. A lot of times we get caught up in a lot of different life events and are not quite sure what to say or what to do. EncourageX helps you get great recommendations based upon the relationship type that you have, the goals you have for the relationship, the actual life events that are going on, the person's preferences, and then our algorithms provide handcrafted recommendations in words and phrases, audio, video content, gifts and goodwill, as well as events and experiences, including acts of service that you can do for someone you care about. And in fact, you can actually schedule these things over a period of days, weeks, and months, depending upon the type of relationship and the things that they're going through, to make sure that you unlock your kindness to actually translate and transform the relationship in something that is, again, happy, healthy, and resilient relationship.
Well, James, tell me if you agree with this. I mean, it seems to be easier to be happy and to roll with the punches when things are going well. But, you know, here we are in a pandemic, which has been the better part of 2 years with ups and downs. Hopefully we're getting, toward the end of it. But how do you manage, self-care, during those low periods?
Yeah, it's a great point. There are a couple different ways that we talk about self-care, and the actual data that's based upon a lot of research from Dr. Joel Wong, our head of psychology for EncourageX, talks about the fact that the actual impact of encouraging someone has a higher positive impact on the encourager compared to the actual recipient. So a great way to do self-care is to actually try to encourage someone that you care about. It actually has a higher multiple when you're actually doing some encouraging for folks.
We've been reporting about schools that have had to close temporarily leading up to the holidays to give everybody just a mental break. That seems to be kind of in line with what you're talking about as well, I would guess.
It is. And, a lot of times when we think about tragic life events, especially what just recently happened in Waukesha, after you say things like, my thoughts and prayers are with you, or I have no idea how you're dealing with this, that really is the opening salvo to then create an encouragement plan to make sure that that person is receiving positive messages as they're going through the actual steps of grief. A lot of times people will do the grand gesture of sending a Hallmark card, which is fantastic. It's a great starter. They'll send food, they'll send flowers, and after a couple of weeks, things tend to drop off.
Right.
Our platform really focuses on trying to make sure that you're with them through each of the 5 stages of grief by combining, again, words and phrases, gifts, as well as acts of service to let that person know that you truly are thinking about them, even when everyone else has sort of moved on with the rest of their life. We're all so busy these days, but to have someone actually go the extra mile to make sure they're checking in on you is incredibly valuable when it comes to trying to build that stronger personal relationship.
James, I wish we could keep talking here, but we're out of time. But how can people connect with EncourageX if they want to reach out for a little personalized mental health care?
Yeah, so there's 2 ways. EncourageX.com is a free platform that has about 500 life events on the platform that you can use and self-serve. But we also have a concierge service, which allows you to have a dedicated encouragement specialist to actually help guide you through those special situations, which has ultimately 3,000 plus life events. Right. And by doing that, it allows you to actually get a little extra care to make sure that you're doing things that are meaningful and appropriate.
EncourageX, brand new digital platform. Nice to chat with you. Thanks for your time and have a great holiday.
Thanks, Ray.
All right, take care.
Take care.